Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. As you all know, my name is Esosa Erica. I'm so glad to have you guys here. Please, I always say do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So guys, I wanted to discuss something. Over the week, I was just like, taking a moment to sort of like reminisce and think back at how far life has brought me and how far I've come. I think what brought about these thoughts was I saw a post about the great. So for those in the UK, you know what the Grenfell fire is about. So the Grenfell, for those that are not in the UK or those that are new in the UK, the Grenfell fire 7 years ago. There was fire in London, and it was the Grenfell flat. So it was a flat, like blocks of flats, and that fire took the lives of about 70 people. I think it's 72 roughly, but yeah, say about 70 people. It was horrible. It was horrific. It was a night that I don't think even I that did not that wasn't there, right? It still felt somehow. And knowing that I think they were doing the 7th year anniversary, and knowing that nobody has still been held accountable for that incident is quite. I mean, it's quite sad, to be honest. It's really really sad. This is an incident where people died. People died. Children died. Adults, pregnant women. It was so sad. I remember that incident. I remember listening to because it happened in the night. This incident happened at night. Imagine I am here in Birmingham, and I remember on Facebook. I went on Facebook, and there was this recording, there was this video that was circulating at the time on Facebook. This woman, she was stuck in the room or in the flat with her children, screaming and crying for help. At the end of the day, the woman burnt. I mean, she was burnt, and her children as well. So things like that, you're just thinking, and that just got me in my feeling because I had like almost a similar experience in the past. So couple of years ago, I had a fire um incident experience here in the UK in Birmingham, and it was bad. I mean, this incident happened, and it basically like just took us back to square one. It took us back to the beginning. So it was like you had spent so much years abroad. You've built, you've started building things for yourself, started building, get you are stable, so to say, and then all of a sudden this happens. So in our own case, we started like from the very scratch because nothing came out of that house with us. Nothing. Until today, I think that house is even still abandoned because sometimes I drive past there. It's still abandoned. It's still there. It's still there. Nothing came out of that house. Nothing. We didn't come out with anything. What happened was, so for those who know for those who know what this fluorescent heater is. I don't know if anyone knows what there's kind of heaters that look as if it's fluorescent. It will have like fluorescent light inside. Yeah, those kind of heaters. So that was what caused our fire. So at the time, we were renovating. I was renovating the children. If I were just like refurbishing, is it refurbish they call it now? We're sort of like redecorating. I think that's the word. Redecorating the whole house. That's what we're doing. We're moving things around, moving things from year to year, changed our carpets. We're just like moving, trying to like, okay, let's redecorate. And we're done the living room. So it was now the children's room. So and doing the children's room. So because the at the time, the twins were a year plus and Abby was 2 years plus. So they were already, it was time for them to start sleeping in, separate beds, if that makes sense. Because the twins, because I wasn't living in a big, so everybody, I'm sure I've said my story before. So I was a single mom of three children and whatnot. So the twins were basically in the room with me for a very long time, before we're able to get a proper house where they could now have their own room with Abby, with their older sister. So their Abby is my first. So we moved things around in their bedroom, and we had already I think I'd already ordered for bed, like this toddler bunk bed that was supposed to be delivered the next day. That was supposed to be delivered the next day. So what I did, I just thought, okay, the the extra mattress I had, I just okay, let me put it on the floor for them that night. So let them sleep there that night. So everything was done, wallpapers, everything, TV, whatnot, everything was done. It was just that bed we were waiting for, that was supposed to be delivered the next day. So put the mattress for them to just sleep that night. And then there was heater. Now the heater was not even close to the mattress. The heater was so that heater till now, that's why I hate it. Till now, I don't have that kind of heater in my house because that was what led caused that fire. So I don't know when someone moved the heater, moved it close to the bed. They moved it close to the bed, and unfortunately, it's it's it caught fire, but it didn't like just like it wasn't like a flaming blazing fire. So I think what happened was it just sparked, right? Because it's a mattress, it's a foam. So I think because it just sparked. So I think the foam just kind of like, you know caught the fire, like just a spark, if that makes sense. So meanwhile they slept. Then at about, I think it was around 2 Abby came to my room. I was with Paula because Paula was crying. So Paula was with me. So Abby came to my room. That's my oldest daughter. Don't forget she was only like two and a half, nearly. I think she was going to three at the time. So she came to my room to say that she can still smoke. That there's no that something is smelling. I was like, Abby, go to bed. No, when she said that, so I thought maybe someone was, maybe I don't know, cooking or something. Maybe Miracle was cooking. So Miracle is my younger sister. So I thought she was cooking. So I shouted from upstairs if she was cooking. She said no. So I was like, Abby, go back to bed. There's no smoke. There's nothing. Now, this was how many years ago? Can't remember, Seth. Yeah, it was a long time. So I'm just gonna pause this story and then quickly say this. One of the greatest lesson, right? One of the biggest lesson I learned from this whole fire incident is that, especially with our houses, a lot of African houses in the UK or abroad, we tend not to change our fire alarm batteries. In fact, we hate that fire because the fire alarm, to be honest, is very annoying because once you just put Ororo on the fire like this, it has started. So a lot of time we tend, once the battery goes off, we don't even bother to change it. Unfortunately, that was my case. So because the battery had gone off for the fire alarm, sure, it's all good. It's a good thing that battery had gone off. If otherwise, if if there was battery in that fire alarm, we would have known that there was fire or there was something. So fire alarm did not even go on. There was nothing. So it was Abby that, Precious, that came to my room to let me know that it's as if they were there. So she smelled me. I said, go and sleep. There's nothing. So she came again. She was sleeping. Oh, I don't even know how she woke up. And she was sleeping on that mattress. She came back again. I think after about 20 minutes to say she can still that's mommy, there's smoke in the room. I just okay, let me just shall manage. That's why I just followed her to the room, opened the door. Lo and behold, guys, like the smoke. This time there was still no physical fire. There was smoke. And I thought maybe it was an electric burning or something. I was like, where is this? Like there was smoke. And that was when I now called Miracle that there's smoke, bring water. I thought it was just like maybe I didn't know it. I didn't even know the gravity of what that thing was. I just thought maybe there was, I don't know, an electric burning somewhere or whatnot, whatnot. So it was later. So when the smoke was getting thicker, so I just like, okay, Abby, Paul, go downstairs. Meanwhile, Paula was still in my room. I was trying to sort out the fire thing. So I said, okay, Miracle, because I was home alone with all four of them. At the time, Miracle was a child. So it was like me, I was the only adult, and then four children. So at least Miracle was still big enough. So I said, okay, help me and let's carry the mattress and let's take it out. Well, that's this time we had now figured that the fire, though the smoke was coming from inside the mattress. It was still smoke coming out at this time, guys. Still no fire. We still could not see any physical fire. It was just smoke. So we said, okay, let's carry the mattress out. And so we just throw it outside. Ah, God. Let's carry it and throw it outside. That's how we're trying to carry mattress. Mine was so heavy. I don't know if you know those kind of like really heavy mattress. You know, there are some mattress in this UK that are so heavy. That's exactly the kind of mattress it was. So we're trying. So she was inside. She was pushing while I was pulling. Don't forget, Abby and Paul were already downstairs, right? I already said go downstairs. Paula was in the room, was in the other room. We're trying to bring out the mattress. Now we can take the mattress downstairs. And I don't know what, I don't know how. I don't know how. In a split second, I just said, do you know what? Leave it. Don't. Meanwhile, the mattress was, half part of the mattress was out. But we couldn't now drag it out properly. I just said, leave it, come out. As Miracle was coming out, right? That's how the mattress from the inside just exploded. And then the windows, the everything. Eh? That's when I screamed. That's when I knew that, man, this is this is a big deal. This isn't just like, tiny smoke. This is a big deal. That's when I screamed. Um Luckily I think I had my phone with me. Called 999 immediately. The way I was screaming, shouting. They were like trying to tell me, calm down, calm where? I was shouting, my daughter is stuck upstairs. She's in this time. My God. This time, like it was already chaos. Like everywhere was already chaotic. It was chaos. So I was screaming, I was shouting, and they were saying, no, calm down over the phone. They're trying to calm me down. But whilst I was on the phone with them, I mean, UK used to be very good though. This was like how many years ago? UK used to be like, I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know now. Whilst I was still on the phone with them. Within 3 minutes, these people had come. But luckily, I had a neighbor that used to live in our boys' quarter. That used to live downstairs. Like the way our house was then was, it was a three, I think it was a 3 bed house. I think it was a 3 bed house. It was a big house, and then also now had like it's not even a postcard. It's like a semi flat. What's that thing called? Self-contained. It had a self-contained at the back of the house. So the self-contained was rented out to some other people. So this uncle, he heard the scream, he came out. I mean, I will forever be grateful to him because he was the one. I don't know how he did it. He found his way. He passed through. Don't forget that there was already like fire in the middle. So my room is inside. The children's room were outside like this. So the fire was had already started like this. I don't know how he did it. He went into that room, brought out Paula, which is one of the twin, brought her out, and like, in fact, I don't know. So every single time I'm always grateful to him because he did that before the fire and people came. So once they came, they just the way like everywhere was chaotic. My streets, my like what was happening. I don't even know where all these people were come. Like ambulance everywhere, police cars everywhere, fire truck. I was like, eh? Like it was crazy. It was mad. Like so they came in, went in, and man, like literally everything in that house was destroyed. Every single thing. I did not know the extent at which things were bad until the next day, because this thing happened in the night, and we came out. I didn't have any shoes. In fact, none of us had any shoes on. Obviously, it was night to 2 or thereabouts. It was middle of the night, so none of us had anything on. I didn't have any shoes on. I didn't have anything on. So while the children, they had their pajamas, I just had, like, I think I had just like a short and a top or something. So that was exactly how we all came out. We're on the road, and so they took us to the hospital to check us and everything. We did all that. The landlord of the house at the time now said he was going to house us that night, which he did. Then the next day, I had to go back to the house. I thought it was just going to be that room that would, obviously, that things would be destroyed. I thought, things from the other side would still be, we'll be able to save them, we'll be able to see stuff. It was when I went back the next day, I was shocked. Like, I was shocked. That was when I understood, like, what God actually saved us from. Like, it didn't make sense that night. It was the next day, the morning of it, that it made sense. That I saw, like, the amount of damage. I saw the amount of damage. So the fire, I remember the fire person, one of them just said to me, like, you can't, like, there's nothing, we couldn't save anything. There's nothing you can take out of here. So that was when he said that it always happens in case of fire. You really, really, like, everything is always gone. Everything is always destroyed, because whatever fire does not destroy, water would destroy. That's literally what he said, and that's exactly what happened, because there was water. Because don't forget, as they are coming in, they are coming with their hose, and with the full force. So they start pumping the hose right from the door. So with the full force, they are man, these people, so my whole house was, in fact, the house was destroyed. They even broke the walls. I think it took a while for them to finally finish doing everything. This one, I'm telling you, me, I still went through interrogation, because they needed to be sure that I wasn't asking. They needed to know that this thing, someone did not do it on purpose. And thank God, exactly what happened was what I said. Like, how I said it. I don't know how they did, how they checked. They checked and saw that I know join the story. I know come out for the story. Exactly how it happened is exactly what I said. And my story corroborated with exactly what it is, whatever their investigation was. Because me, I don't know how they are going to know what started the fire. But they cleared me, like, oh yeah, that's fine. And I mean, it was a trying time for us. It was a trying time, because we didn't have anything, so that was one of the hardest time in our lives, and we basically were like refugees, because we had to, like, now start all over again in the UK. But thank God for his faithfulness. Thank God for where we are today now. So yeah, when that Grenfell tower fire happened, I would say I understood what those people were going through, because the restlessness I had that night of my own fire incident, let alone these people, So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys, and also just for you to, like, hold on to God. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, because I'm not going to lie. Listen, I've just said now that I just said casually. At that time, it was not funny, especially at the aftermath. The aftermath was not funny at all, because where do we start from? Like, where do we start from? You have to start laboring again. Man, guys, you have to start laboring again. Start buying stuff. I'm not talking about, like, material things, and the emotionally, like, the emotional stress as well, the trauma, But thank God for where we are. Thank God for, bringing us thus far. And I just wanted to share this with you guys, and, just for you to just keep holding on, because it doesn't matter what that thing it is you are going through, it will definitely come to an end. And when it comes to an end, when you start sharing the story in future, you would look back and you will just smile, and you tell yourself, wow, I can't believe I went through that. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and please, as I said, do subscribe to my channel.